Good afternoon. I am also thankful to the organizers for giving me a chance to interact with this audience. I am going to talk about selection of towns. Which cities need to be selected in the process of our efforts towards smart cities. But before that, I would like to share just 2-3 small findings of last census. Last census done in 2011 showed that for the first time, urban population has taken over the rural population growth in aggregate terms. 9 crore 10 lakh people have been added in urban areas and 9 crore 6 lakh persons have been added in villages in India during last 10 years. It happened for the first time in the history of India. So, जो कहते हैं कि भारत गांव में बसता है, that is no more true. भारत शहरों में भी बसता है, and the importance of cities is very important. Another second finding which is very important is that the per capita income of the states which are urbanized above than the average is much more. What I mean to say, from Gujarat up to Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra, if you see the per capita income is much more than the states which are urbanized below the average. You see the Madhya Pradesh, UP, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Orissa, their per capita income is very low. Third very important point which I want to say before I start, just 2-3 days before we have seen that in the Times of India, that if our economy grow in the same manner and Chinese economy stop at the point wherever it is, it will take another 36 years for India to match. Why it is happening? Because China has given emphasis on infrastructure, smart cities, urbanization. In India, we also see the western part is more urbanized and has high per capita income. So in this context, cities have the potential to take us to our path of economic development. Also, one more point which I want your attention is that 86% of our GDP come from manufacturing and services and 14% come from agriculture. And ultimately, agriculture will not be able to hold 15% or 20% workforce, which right now is holding 50 to 60% workforce. So people will come to cities, more and more people will come to cities, and as per one recent study, whatever would be the additional surplus labor in the world, 50% of that would be in India. So we will have to absorb those which Secretary also in the morning mentioned, 45 million people. So we will have to find our cities smart enough to absorb those people and to take up our economy to a level which we really need. So in that context, the entire concept of a smart city is very important. We have to choose, as per the Government of India's efforts, 100 cities first. But it is not only 100, as both staff said, maybe Bihar can take up 10 more, Madhya Pradesh can decide to take 20 more. So it can be any number, but for the Government of India's perspective, the 100 cities should be taken up in a manner that cities compete with each other. Cities learn from another city. Competitive edge is needed in our cities. And for that angle, it is not the same scenario for any type of city. We have to choose a typology, and in that mega cities, 40 lakh and more, should present a model. Maybe we select Delhi, for example, as a smart city and develop, and then it should be a model for other cities of this size in India. There can be another metro 10 lakh to 40 lakh, to tier 2 cities and small towns. Small towns also, we have two types of towns. One town which have some urban local government. Out of 8,000 towns in India, 4,000 towns do not have any city government. There are political reasons, there are other reasons, but they are town but do not have any city government. So, but we have to take them also. So the small town category is twofold. One, the towns which have a city government, another the towns which do not have a municipal government. But we will have to develop urban systems in those towns also. So our entire selection process of smart cities should be mega cities, other metro, tier 2 cities, small towns with local government and without urban local government. Another spatial distribution is very important. That is high urbanized states and low urbanized states. Something required for Pune may not be fit for a town in Madhya Pradesh or in Bihar or in UP. So this categorization should also be taken into account. Third important area is economic potential. There are corridors in our country. Already there are different economic corridors like Mumbai, Bangalore Metro, Bangalore Chennai, or Delhi Mumbai Freight Corridor. So some towns on those corridors need to be identified, special economic zones. Port towns, they have different categories. And of course, strategic significance is another important, and in the previous speaker mentioned that all the capital cities are selected. That is good thing. We will have to select all 35. Then heritage towns. So there is a typology of towns. We will have to identify towns in that typology and put efforts to take up the what in the morning secretary said, jobs, employment potential and quality of life. So the economic infrastructure, physical infrastructure and social infrastructure needs to be developed in those towns. But in last one more point I want to add is we should also develop indicators of smartness for these towns, for this category of towns, so that we know right now the towns are here and over a period of time what is the status of achievement and how we can really follow our objectives and goals. Thank you.